No, drunk driver!
No drunk drivers. The Vanessa Guillen case. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the word, the name. My condolences go out to the family. As soon as I saw the case, I knew there was some BS going on. And I'm going to explain why. And I mean, it touched homes for a number of reasons. Of course, no drunk drivers, and I'm talking about dirtbags, sexual assault, and all these things. It all ties in. Of course, I'm affiliated with the military, right? 4 years. And I also served time at Fort Hood, Texas. That's where it actually took place. I don't even know all the details, but I don't have to know all the details to really know if something fishy was going on or not. For example, if I see someone with a huge bite mark on them, chances are I know it was a big creature that did it. Maybe a lion, tiger, or whatever, depending on the size of the bite mark. I'm not going to assume it's an ant or a small rodent. So that's where I'm coming at it from. I don't, and I will look into more of the details, but I've seen all I have to see to really come up with my judgment based off my personal experience and just logical thought. So here it goes. Hopefully this information helps out to the family. I know, I've seen, I believe that's her sister, Myra Guillen. She's been riding, so everybody's riding with you, warrior. Continue on. I see what you're doing. It seems like there's going to be changes in laws, or y'all are applying a lot of pressure, and I'm trying to do the same fight. Different cases, but still the same system, failing the people, lackluster type movement beforehand, and now that you've been outed, they want to try to scramble and fix things. So here we go. Let's get right into it. I served military, Army. I was in the military. Army is the branch. My occupation was 31 Romeo, multi-channel transmission system operator. Fancy word for pretty much establishing communication for the infantry units. And while my time at Fort Hood, and this is why I knew some bullshit going on when I saw the case, and I'm just going to give you examples, something of the day-to-day life of a soldier. The first thing we do is formation. Every day, every single day, we align, we assemble up to what they call formation. And then during the formation, we do PT, which is physical training, what have you, or whatever orders or duties they want us to do. But the goal of that formation is accountability. They do a roll call every single day. Roll call every day. So with me, Joseph, here, present, every day. And if you do not respond or that person is absent, you have to have an excuse, absence, such as maybe you're on leave or vacation, or whatever that is, medical. They know your whereabouts, right? So that's one thing that stood out. Another thing is, it's like they're trying to, they implementing new laws so that it can prevent for what happened to Vanessa. And that's great. And I wish that does happen. But to me, it reeks more of a cover up because it kind of sets in the mindset or it invokes a thought that there was nothing in place that could have prevented that from happening to this soldier on that base. Now, my time at Fort Hood, we go through all kind of classes and training, sensitivity classes and training and things like that. And a lot of the classes were on sexual behavior, sexual misconduct, et cetera, et cetera. So when I see that they're trying to impose this new law and all these other things, I'm like, no, you already had something in place. The leadership and all that were there. It reeks of a cover up job. And so with my time over there, it was known that you better be on good behavior when you're around a woman soldier. Meaning, if that woman soldier were to say, hey, I feel like I've been, somebody's talking to me the wrong way or I've been touched the wrong way, your ass was in trouble. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. You were going to get in trouble. People have gotten in trouble over those things to the point where, personally, I was like, maybe that was not the right way to handle things, but if I was involved, with an assignment with a woman soldier, I was very careful. I didn't want to get caught up in anything like that. So when they say that they don't have the, I guess, or hey, if we would have had this rule, this would have stopped it. Like, no, they had rules in play. The people who were in charge did not execute or follow those rules in attempts of a cover-up. Like I said, I don't even know all the details. But once again, let's go back to the facts. Every morning, formation. They do this for accountability and roll call, right? Also, I remember there was but there was this instance where it was a sergeant. I forgot his name. He was pretty high ranking. He got, I guess it was some inappropriate involvement with a woman soldier to the point where I'm not sure if he was married, maybe he was cheating on his wife. It was something going on. Now, this is where the BS does occur and maybe those laws can help. So instead of that guy getting in trouble or anything like that, like I said, I'm not sure if it was inappropriate touching or maybe he was just cheating. Well, I do remember it was pertaining to himself and a woman soldier. All they did was sweep it under the rug. They swept it under the rug, and the guy, they transferred him out. And this is when I became familiar with because you would hear, especially not in politics, I guess you can say politics, oh, it'll take an act of Congress for this person to get in trouble or to get something done. In the military, and you all can correct me if I'm wrong, but that was always my understanding for what when you attain a certain rank, it literally would take an act of Congress for said person to get in trouble. Yeah, so they can do something you do as a normal Joe Schmo, and you get immediately penalized. And someone of a higher rank, it will literally take an act of Congress, right? This is what they do to cover up. This is what they do to cover up. I want to say nonetheless, pertaining to sexual assault, that was always a no-no. It was always straightforward. If it's done, punished, penalized, no questions asked. So when I saw the story, and then, I'm not too familiar with all the details, but I don't have to be, because I was in the military and I know how stuff went. I know how stuff go down in the military and how they are constantly doing things to check on accountability. You have emergency rosters. You must have a cell phone. And then if you took leave, for those amount of days, you can kind of be without any contact. But outside of taking vacation, you must be in contact with your squad leader or whoever that is. You just can't just be roaming around and no one knows your whereabouts, because the next day they're going to do formation, and then on, they're going to move on to trying to locate you, right? Another story or my experience, while I was in South Korea, I did 15 months over there, 15 months. And although my job was 31 Romeo, multi-channel transmission system operator, there was a slot in the training department and they needed someone of said rank. And they asked me if I wanted this job. So of course I took it because I didn't want to be out in the field. Nobody wants that smoke. I got tired of being out in the field, living with the bugs, the spiders, the roaches, and 100-something degree weather, or 30 degrees, you're out sleeping in tents. Yeah, you get tired of that, right? So I took the job in the training department. And what they do is, and this is where it comes back to it, accountability and numbers things. Every single day we have to submit numbers. Accountability, each squad, each platoon have a certain amount of individuals. You have their name, you got their social security number, you got all the information. Every day you have to, those numbers must add up. If those numbers must add up, the bell is sound, figure of speech, and that person must be located. If not, then this is when they come up with the term AWOL, absent without leave. Every day, and it was a spreadsheet that we filled out. So you had missing in action, you had killed in action, medical, vacation, leave, whatever it is. Every slot was accounted for, right? Every slot. Every day, every slot. So what I'm trying to tell you is, for people to go missing, and that's just for the common public, in the military, it really does not happen. They're always on point with their accountability, right? So when someone goes missing and then there's no details, that's all I need to know. I already knew it was cover-up. I already knew it was a cover-up, right? And that's just from my experiences. But yeah. So I hope you are successful in your mission. It does reek of foul play based off what I know and how they get down, especially with accountability. And there's many more stories that I can come up with. And also I can reach out to other soldiers who can tell you the same thing, or they can have their own story, right? So yeah, I'm glad people are being this heightened awareness, and hopefully this law is passed so that people can be held accountable. But this notion of them not knowing and that's cool, or maybe that was just the normal way of doing things, no, that's total BS. They know everything about you. They know where you're at all times. All of that stuff, or soldiers, or your friends, who somebody knows something, right, with your whereabouts, especially your whereabouts. That's critical and that's crucial, especially your whereabouts. So yeah, foul play. Continue on, rock on, warrior, and continue doing what you're doing. Hopefully this video helps. You can be like, yo, you can use this as further proof, But yeah, so justice for Vanessa Guillen. Salute to you, Myra. Continue on that path. You're an inspiration to others. Taking action and continue on. We with you. Till next time, peace.